What we're going to do today is have a quick crash course on how different types of transformations affect points on the coordinate plane. First thing we need to do is plot your x and y axes on your graph paper. Then you're going to take your patty paper and lay it right on top. And you trace your x and y axes so they correspond to each other, like so. And now that we have our patty paper copied, we move that aside for a second, and we're just going to plot a point. Let's plot the point 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we use the point 2, 3 as our original point. Let's call it A. Now on the patty paper, we're just going to copy the location of that point. Here's point A. Now we can begin affecting the different types of transformations. Now a translation, or a slide, is probably the easiest of the transformations because it's very literal. It's not complicated at all. So if we take point A, which is 2, 3, there's lots of different ways to notate translation. Here's just a few of them. As you can see here, there are 3 different ways that show us transformation. The first shows us the coordinates x and y, and then it says what they do to it. X plus 3, y minus 2, meaning we add 3 to the x and we subtract 2 from y. Similarly, we have a capital T for translation, and then again in coordinate order, just as an ordered pair, x and y, positive 3, negative 2. And this last one is called vector. This is called a vector transformation. And again, it has the V brackets for vector, and then you can tell again positive 3, negative 2. 3 to the right and 2 down. So that means our new point would be 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 minus 2 is 1. And that's it. If we wanted to map this out, we would go 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 2 down, 1, 2. And there would be our point, our translated point. Now we're going to take a look at reflection, or flips, and how they're affected in the coordinate plane. Here is where we're going to start using our patty paper. So we already have copied our point A. Okay, now as we do our different flips, we're going to see where these points end up afterwards. So first, we're going to do a reflection over the x-axis. Okay, reflection over the x-axis. In order to do that, we're going to take our patty paper and we're just going to fold it in half along the x-axis. And if you look, I'm making sure that my y-axis meet each other and that it's not all crooked and off balance. So we line up our y-axes as we flip it over x. And as we flip it, you can see our new point. And the coordinates are positive 2, negative 3. So we're going to record that on our list. Here we have A is 2, 3. We reflect it around the x-axis, and it gives us point A prime, we call it, which is 2, negative 3. We add this prime notation after any type of transformation to show that it is post-transformation. And for each additional transformation we do that builds off of this, we would add tick marks, add marks for double prime, triple prime, quadruple prime, etc., etc. But we'll never get that far with this class. Next, you'll unfold your patty paper and do the same thing over the y-axis. So we fold it this time over the y-axis and do the same. So our original point was here. When we reflect it over the y-axis, we get the points negative 2, 3. So let's put that on our list. Our next reflection is going to be over the lines y equals x and y equals negative x. So if you take a look, y equals x is a line with a slope of 1 that goes through the origin. So it would look something like this. Slope of positive 1 goes through the origin. This is y equals x. So if we reflect over this line, similar as we did everything else, we get the point 3, 2. And finally, for the line y equals negative x, it's another line that goes through the origin, but this time with the slope of -1, thus -1x. So one last time we're going to do a reflection, and this will be over the line y equals -x. And you can see, from reflecting it over the line y equals -x, it gives us the points -1, 2, 3, -2. And here you have the original point 2, 3, reflected over y equals -x, is a prime -3, -2. Next we're going to take a look at our different types of rotations.